for the match him. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome to another week of MELLACHE TV Analysis Thursdays. Yes, I know as usual I have to big up the big man and set the great professor himself, Mr. Floyd Wright. Welcome, Professor.
Hey man, welcome MELLACHE and to the viewers who join us today. Fully appreciated.
Yes, my viewers, I know as usual, I know the Portmore League has started. Yes, and we're going into the second week this Sunday. Yes, and Sunday gone. It was easy. The prediction was easy Sunday gone, right, Professor? Because all the teams that's supposed to win their matches, right? So Sunday gone
That's how
was.
it look. I think most persons stick with the evil that they knew. I think that's it.
Let's stick to the evil that they know.
Yeah.
So now the favorites them win. So now the favorites them win Sunday gone.
Yes, basically, how you look at it, persons carrying to always go as we said. As I said before, even the prediction that we have to look for argument's sake, a game like which we're going to mention, two teams that we expect who probably at one stage most persons would have carried that team to win. Based on the coming out this DCA league, the tables turn a little bit in terms of how persons predicted. So that is quite interesting. So that's why I use the term stick to the evil that we know.
Okay. Yes, well, Frederick, you're early, man. You're early. Bless up yourself, man. Big up, my general. Yeah, man. Boy, Professor, may I tell you, say, when I went to video the cross table finals last night. In the cross table.
Oh yeah, it's
Mental
across the
League
table.
final.
League final.
Mental League final last night, Professor.
But I didn't play across the table.
Yes.
Bless up.
The man him say, boy, hope my code tournament are hot. Yes, man, Mr. Professor, first we go one tournament, mental tournament. We are go 150. 150 that I done in all 1.5, 2 hours. 150. I'm gonna tell you the first half, I stand up for 3 hours video in first half, Professor.
That seems like one whole
nearly 2 a.m. this morning.
game.
It finished. Yes, man. Turn right out what my code. You Frederick? What my code last night, man. All right. So the Portmore and St. Catherine League. Yeah, so we could go right into the dissecting, the Professor.
Yes.
So
you can go ahead with
the first matchup. We have Fort International 250, Passage Fort 249. What do you think about that match?
Well, this is probably classified as a derby matchup, and derbies are usually fierce, and that sometimes you find winners. Either side can win. In this derby, it's a total one-side derby because I don't. As far as I'm aware, Passage Fort hasn't beaten Fort International as yet since they have been in existence. So the nature of this derby is merely by geographical location, not in terms of rivalry. So this is probably the closest they have come in terms of a loss to Fort International, and I think Fort as a huge aggregation. However, they couldn't have filled 6 tables at the start, and part of that sort of deficit as a result of not having 6 tables, and eventually came out winners. So it was something that it seems like it was the best chance for Pacific to sneak a victory over they failed to do so, and Ford probably rightfully took their place as winners, perennial winners over the years. Perennial winners over the years.
Okay. But Passage Fort, they lost by 1 point. And even if Fort International wasn't at their full strength, them supposed to can beat any side. That team that came out on Sunday, not supposed to win by just one. Same way, Professor,
Well,
because you have Millennium, you have Western Kingston, you have Lara. You understand? So that side not supposed to win by one. Same way, Professor.
no man, it's something as I usually say. No, I don't believe teams should just come in to the competition without being competitive. Just I think sometimes persons use it as a way of monetary gains. Depends on their respective venues. However, I don't think you should feel a team just for feeling a team's sake without being competitive. And I have no surprise when teams that that are lower down are quote unquote not elite teams don't do well. This just argues well for the competition, and teams now would have to look out and see that teams are cannot be taken lightly. And so it's just good for passage foot going forward. And in this league, we know there is a point given. Now the points are awarded if you even lose below double figures. So this is also good for for a point is also good for Nagoya, because this can probably shape out
For Passage Fort.
yeah, pass it forward, sorry, in the future.
No, one son, Otniel Frederick, is the manager for Passage Fort.
And probably
But,
Shane
but
probably registered now. Probably
okay,
still a
but
part of the
Professor,
squad. Mm.
um, you know, Passage Fort could have taken the match by default on Sunday, because that match starts about 2 o'clock, because Fort International couldn't find 6 tables. As a matter of fact, at 2 o'clock, at about 2 o'clock, they only have 5 tables.
It will be a bit
Understand?
harsh, you know,
But
based
because
on
I think because of it is the first round though.
yes, and as a result of the fact that Passage Fort wouldn't do that based on the sort of relation, they as I said, this the geographical location of both teams. They wouldn't want that.
Yeah, but if the
Um,
referee were hard and fast though, there's nothing both of us could have done. If
yes,
the referee
that's
were
different, and
okay.
it comes down to all the two teams have a mutual understanding. And going forward, I think one of the things that it makes it so difficult to find teams, especially early, is as a result of the previous competition just segue right into this one without a break. So some people are just jostling for clubs now and so forth, and don't know where their headspace is at the moment. So it sometimes these things do happen. So it's a give and take situation, because it could have happened to pass it forward also, and forward would probably have give him that lie also.
Okay. Um yes, Danny Tibert. Good night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Moving on. So I stop versus Rooftop. What happened there, Professor? So I stop 250, Rooftop 196. What? Rooftop throwing for the first round? What happened
No,
there?
no, they didn't show in. They played all throughout, and they were competitive for most part, especially in the first half. And it was like within the last 20 games, Sosa pulled away from them and took a 19 lead going in the second half, and then they probably get a bit blew away, a little bit more probably had experience and so forth. You know, probably a little bit of class involved though. So that's it. It's just that um, the rooftop team don't have a large aggregation. They didn't have a lot of change. Probably only one table change probably outside or so forth. But they were very competitive, especially in the first half, because they were leading for they had probably the majority of the lead throughout the first half. So the score line reflect in the end wasn't like how it is, especially in the first half. But
Oh,
Toss up just stop their class. I think it's a sort of moral boosting victory for them, coming from the town league as champions and now coming over and know that they have a few players that has now gone in different directions.
okay. So nobody can call them Sour Classic this year, right?
Well, if
Nobody can call them Sour Classic this year.
they were never
This is
that
a
before
real
either.
sour up. This
They
is
were
a
always
real
a
stop.
resource.
But Professor,
Yeah.
it's good to see that Rooftop is in the Portmore season also, because after they were a new team in the town league, the JDCA league, and they came into the Portmore league. So it's good to see that um, they are getting some experience, man.
Yes, and this probably would do well for that community, that side of the community there in over in St. Catherine. And moving forward, I it seems that they are fairly disciplined, which is a plus for me. You know, the game was without incidents or disrespect or incident of any sort. So it was a good look on their part. And if they continue, even they seems like they don't have a lot of players. I think in the future with displaying that sort of discipline, they will get players involved and be a part of their squad.
Okay. All right. Wait. Moving on, mechanical 235 Central 250. Which mechanical team is this? A Maki team, this professor?
Yes, it is, and it's no surprise.
Yeah.
There's something no. I think Central is more match condition,
Yes.
and that is probably most important. And I said that before in my predictions. I did tell you, as much as this mechanical side is going to be a force to be reckoned with, Central coming off a finalist in the JDCA
JDCA.
league,
Yes.
and that form will carry over because I, I think mechanical did get a little practice game on the final and of that when the commission was being played. Mechanical did put in some practice work, and that was good. But I think it wasn't good enough because they are not much condition as yet, and Central now with almost the same sort of aggregation, it would be more oiled.
So like how Blades is not in the Portmore League now, central mechanical players gone back home now.
Yeah, probably a few of them are there, and probably a few at Central
And
and
if
schedule
Peacock,
also.
Peacock is on this mechanical side.
I couldn't say.
We don't know as yet.
Huh.
Okay, but Thunder. Thunder, he was playing for right stuff. Him going back to mechanical?
Well, I couldn't say. I haven't seen the teams as yet, and sometimes persons. I don't know if so. He was in the that game or probably the rise of match. I don't know where he lies as we speak.
Okay. So Central beat mechanical by by 15.
Yeah, man.
West
I
Central
think
is still at their top, at their best.
yes, I think they're coming off a very tough season, the JDCA league, and it was it was in the boardrooms that they eventually made the semi-final and then on towards the final. But they were very competitive. Even the game that was awarded in the boardroom, they weren't trailing by much in the final stages. So they have been doing something good, and I think it's brought over to this Portmore league.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Right Stuff 250. Memory Lane 224. But Memory Lane, like they put up a little resistance there, Professor.
Yes, did, and it was like a panic setting in. I think at one stage the 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 Rise
Sorry.
of lead was leading by in the high 30s, and the mechanical the Maryland team cut it down to even 13.
Yes.
Yes, I think they were leading 13 and cutting down by that score. And I like a panic setting because when they were Rise of was leading by 13, they needed like about 20 something to win. So that's something like it was quite a scary moment for Right Stuff, you know, at that stage. But I think they did pull away. I think that they experienced really come to the fore and brought them home in the final stages because it was definitely a panic situation there for Right Stuff. I think I believe that they were just believe that they were home and dry and was allowing probably new persons to get in the ring, and that sort of thing kind of break that chemistry, and hence Memberlin were able to pull back a few points there, but eventually lost in the end by still a huge margin somewhat.
Okay.
But
Yes, Donovan Davis. Welcome back, man. Professor Donovan Davis, Yellow Man is back, Professor.
yeah, man.
Yes, long
Yeah,
time.
uh, big
All right. So, Memberlane put up a good fight there. I
yes, and I
expect Right
remember,
Stuff to blow them out.
they had a fairly good season. Probably one of the best
Season.
seasons was last season, though. So probably just a continuation of what happened in the Portmore's league last
Yeah,
season.
but last season, I think last season though, they were mostly highlights players,
Yeah,
on
it doesn't
Memlane
matter,
team.
It doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Because I know those highlights players don't normally play for what? Garvey Mead, no?
Sometimes I think few of them
Yes.
usually do play for Memelian too. Mhm. Mhm.
All right. So moving on, Links 250 versus Fletcher's Land 241. What happened there, Professor?
Uh,
I
uh,
saw some Land Raiders playing very well, man. Our
yes,
Links players weren't there. They were
remember,
they were in the country. What happened
my
there?
team, my team of the season was Land Raiders, in coming from the
Yes, yeah.
kids. Yes,
Yes, as
it
a
was
new
my
team.
team. Yeah, it was no surprise, and they are taking this thing very seriously. Even prior to this tournament, the same day when the JDCA final was on, they took the time out to have a practice game. That's how they took this competition very seriously. And going forward, they will bring a little bit more surprise in these situations. Uh, um,
I can understand they train a lot, Professor.
yes,
This
and the
you see
results are shown.
Land Raiders team, they train a lot.
But
Every day, I think they train every day of the week.
I said to you, there's something good going for them. And if they continue, remember the first time I saw them after about three, they did play links well in the first in the Kingston League, They lost like about by 30 or probably about 30 if my memory serves me right here. They did play well as a new team. And this is something that I like about the Land Raiders team. And this is why, even eventually at the end of the tournament, I give them a team at the tournament, because they will sit and grind out. It doesn't matter how much you are leading them. They will still want to finish the game, and that is good for a young team who wants to see that their future is bright. And that's the way to go. Don't give up. Don't believe that they are leading by far. You just give up. Get the practice as much as possible, and this is what they did. And it has shown in this game, this first game. Let's see what the rest of the season holds for them.
Okay. Yes, Man Raiders. Best new team.
Yeah.
All right. But to win by 9 though, Professor. Links to win by 9. That's how good Land Raiders are playing.
Yeah.
Because at one point I heard Lynx was leading by about maybe 29, and them cut it to 7,
Yeah, so they are playing well, and as we have said, if they are practicing enough, and they seems like they want to go somewhere, and that is the most important thing going forward.
Yes, and I hope them keep the chemistry, and nobody no jump ship,
I think
because
come
I
to
get
think
to
of it,
understand, so from some clubs realize they have few talents out there, them trying to send for those talents,
and and
Understand?
and and Milache, they
Yeah.
played the practice game against Mechanical, I think they beat Mechanical in that practice game.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, man. Well,
So that
I
is an
played against them,
indication.
and I know what they're capable of. I played against them, so they have a really good team, Professor. A
Yeah,
very
man.
good team.
But must still take a look at trashing from them.
I can't say nothing about that.
Yes, man. There are there are some couple of ways across your back too,
Yeah, no, sir.
Mm.
Malachi not get beaten so easily, All right. Moving on. Nagahead 250. Chergan 243. Nagahead did it again.
Yes,
Are you
and
trying to say Nagahead have Chergan ticket?
yes, and as I said before, I predicted Nagoya to win this game, because as much probably Chergars would have probably a good side. They would the form that Nagoya would be carrying over. They were involved. They finished in the top 4 in the last league, So that much competitiveness is still there. And although they were a bit lethargic in the last 2 games, didn't look as impressive as in the quarterfinals. They would probably be the form team, unlike Cherry Gardens. And this is a repeat of the last preliminary game that they played in the JDCA league. So it wasn't of a surprise Naguel getting the better of the Cherry Gardens team, which were on a break as a result of not making the top 8 of the JDCA league.
Okay. Donovan Davis sending his prediction already, Professor.
Eh,
But guess what happened now? Mr. Bird say have him losing his predictions
yeah,
already.
because you know
Guess
right
what?
foot tonight.
Him not have the
Right
right stuff in the head.
Yeah.
So him can't get it right, Mr. Bird.
No,
Him not right stuff at all.
now we're right so far, man.
Him not have the right or the stuff.
Yeah.
You hear that, yellow man? You get it wrong already. All right. So Nagahead is still on farm then, Professor.
Yes.
Still on
Certainly.
farm. I
Yeah,
wonder
man.
how their contingent is like. I wonder how they
I
It's like
just
over there
give
because
out
I
the
heard
grapevine.
everybody going to Nago said, you know.
Probably they have a few persons from Britain because that is though when Britain was formed, it came out of a Nagwed um, aggregation because they
Oh,
were one team, and then
okay.
when they parted to form their own team, it became Britain and Nagwed remain Nagwed. So it's I think I understand that a few persons are back for the Britain team because Britain is not.
That's similar thing with Classic and Links. So Classic and
Yeah,
Links, they are what? Brothers and
yeah,
sisters
man.
are brothers are sisters are cousins are what?
Yeah, I couldn't say. There are some relatives, but I couldn't say.
Some relative. Yeah,
Yeah,
but what I heard that Links never won a championship yet, you know, before, Professor.
and
That's true?
they have been to the most finals without winning.
Yes, that's what I heard. They never won a championship yet. And I heard that as long as Classic is around, Link's not going to win. That's what I heard. As long as Classic around, Link's not going to win. Lie, Linda Makala. What do you mean lies? Lies what? They won a championship before? That's what you're saying?
I think they get one. I think they win a town league, you know. They were in
Yeah.
job. Yeah, I think they must get one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think they have. I think they have
Oh,
one trophy on the belt.
but that is without Classic in that tournament though,
I
in
think,
that league.
yeah, man, the classic was in it, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was classic at the final too. I remember in job, I think it was classic at the final, but I think that game never finished or something like that, you know.
All
Linda
right.
probably can tell us.
Yeah. Let us know now, Lindan.
Yeah,
Update us now, Lindan.
I
Let
think they
us
win.
know.
Yeah, man, I
Because
think they
that's what I
won the
heard, you know.
final.
Remember I'm just coming into this domino thing early, you know. But that's what I heard, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
They all were at fourth. Yes. All right. So
Oh,
moving on. All right,
no,
moving
go
on. Masterpiece, 241 correctional, 250.
ahead.
But in the Portmore League, in the JDCA League, Masterpiece did beat correctional, don't you, Professor?
Yes, Masterpiece was going for like 4 straight at that time, and
Yes.
they eventually. But this is always like a derby match, you know. I would say because both are like arch rivals. It doesn't matter where those teams they usually look forward to this matchup and mechanical. Yeah, I think Masterpiece is always looking forward to this game, and so likewise correctional.
Yeah,
So
because I heard Warzone, you know, because Warzone is playing for a Masterpiece now, you know. Heard
yes,
Warzone, him alone a lead by 16 in the match.
a little bit that
And them
man.
lose by 9. No, what
Mm.
he's saying, him alone a lead by 16 for Masterpiece.
That is why this is something this is something as
It's
you
why it's
mentioned
a
that
team game. It's called a team game.
exactly, and this is something that I have done over the years, and that is why I play team ever since I understand the game as much as I do now. I play team because I've seen situations where I am leading by 40 and I still lose.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, me lead by 40 in a game and still lose. You know, just imagine that 30 yard, 20 yard and still lose. Me can feel good. Me can come out and say me I lead. I hate that. I shame. I am so ashamed
Yes.
if I know I'm leading by anything over double figures and my team lose. So
What is really going on with Donovan and Missy Bird? Donovan said Missy Bird sending their prediction. And Donovan said she get 3 wrong already.
yes, I think yeah man, when the man Spring Village will go final, I think D Brown.
Oh,
Yeah man.
for
I think
Links.
yeah, because Spring
Links
Village
and
go on
Spring
final.
Village.
I think they go on final.
Oh, oh yeah.
With Ratbat and them first. I can't remember the final.
But how
Billy,
long ago that? How long ago that though, Professor?
about nearly 10 years. About 10
Okay,
years
well,
ago.
stats is stats still.
Yeah.
Yeah, stats is stats. Yes. So correctional beat masterpiece by 9. But
Mm-hmm.
but Professor, both teams played well in the JDCA league, though, you know.
Yes, it's just in the
Both
latter
teams.
part, the masterpiece failed to turn up for games and not even at home. It was surprising because they were doing quite well. And eventually, correctional just prevailed. And they did fairly well. It's just that they fell apart towards the last couple of games. Probably they believe that they didn't have a chance, so they didn't play the game as competitive as they were doing in the initial stages of the competition. However, both
Okay.
teams did themselves some justice.
Okay. All right. Moving on, Village Links 230 versus Bull Bay 250. Was that expected? Because Bull Bay did beat Village Links at Bull Bay, right?
That's if in the town league, right?
Yes.
Yes, man. And I still don't know what the village links make up, but that is not a surprise score by Bulby. They finished third in the last competition, and they were devastating in that third place playoff against Nagoed, winning by over 50. So this is just a continuation of of what what from the previous league. Village Link, I think, losing by 20 here is somewhat of a competitive um, matchup, and Village Link will definitely pull off a few more scares going forward in the competition, and we look forward to see how well they perform because they really lost out on making the top 8 in the last competition, and I think that has to do with how they were playing the games. I know because aggregate was of great significance, was great significance in that competition, and they were piling up the aggregate scores. So it really affect them in the latter part, start state of the game. So let's see how well they perform in this competition, Portmore League.
Okay. But well, they got a few players, and I think the core players are still there,
Mm.
and they got a few players.
Like Keith, answer.
Yes, Kitty is still there. Kitty and Champion in action and stuff.
Uh,
And they got a few more players. Yes. Yes, Sandra Bennett, big up yourself. Yeah, man. The 16 turn water at the end. Yes,
yeah,
that's not a one man game.
as me say,
Yes.
Milachi, me can't forget. Me mean, me a lead by 20, and me side I lose by 20. Me alone. Me a lead by 26, and me alone side I lead by 26, and me a lead by 26.
But Professor, I don't
Me
remember
not
if I did ask this question before, but can one person, can one man win out a match?
can make a significant difference, but he won't be doing it consistently. If for argument's sake, in a 20, for argument's sake, so they just concluded league,
Mm-hmm.
and they were, say, Sawasa played 21 games, 19 and what, 22 games, right? It's highly
Yeah.
unlikely you find a player win out at a significant difference in 2 games. Stand out him alone. Nobody. It definitely need teamwork. Definitely need teamwork. No one cannot win. Melache,
Yes.
I have
Yes,
tried
can
it,
hear you, man.
Yeah, I have tried it, and I know
Yes.
I lead by 40 in a game and lose against quality team. Listen, what I tell you. and
You
still
won
lose.
leading by 40
Yes, and still
in
lose.
one match.
One match and lose. So how comes me if you think that? Me know. So me know them thing that me lead by 30 and lose. So you want to tell me? So me lead by 20 and lose. Me lose by 8 teams and lose. So me know that's why I'm a team player. I have never tried to play for man match again. Those when me look at me, I say, me realize that it's not. You have to have assistance. The more you have a little few other persons chipping in and helping you, it's better. But now one person. We mean just check it. How many a player to 20 something games? That player say 27 games, 22 games. For a person play 22 games and them go unbeaten.
No, so Sandra Benny said no one person can win out a match.
They make a significant difference. They can make significant
Yes.
difference. One person can make a significant difference. And I know that.
Yes.
So
okay, yes, I stand corrected, Mr. Bert. Yeah, I think Village Links did beat Bull Bay at Outer Bull Bay.
I
I think
don't
it
league.
was Bull Bay. Yeah, in the JDCA league.
You sure? Can they make a 10 love in the match, you know?
In that match,
Yeah,
them they get a 10 love.
I think a Bull Bay player drop a 10 love in that game.
Or was it Greer or something like that?
No, man.
Okay.
Don't remember his who, but Gray wasn't. I say Gray was at Sour Sap, you know.
Oh yeah, yes. What happened to the next 5 tables? Yeah, because if the next 5 tables losing, then obviously that one man him alone can't win out the match. So it must be a team effort.
MELLACHE, may I tell you?
Yes, Sean Wallace. Big up Sean Wallace. Welcome.
I mean, no.
Yes, Professor.
I lead by 40 and lose. So I mean, no. Nobody gonna get less than about 7-3. 7-3, 8 love, 10 love. I saw me I get. Them scored it. So 8-2. 9 of them score them, I'm still lose. So we can't tell me. And me against so you're supposed to know some quality team I play.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was against Giants, I can't remember. I don't remember. And they had all of the 4th players them. So
all right, moving on. Classic 250. Foundation 222. When I went to watch this match, Professor. In the last 20 minutes of this match.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw Classic playing Foundation, I didn't want these 2 teams meet up so early, Professor. To be honest, I didn't want these 2 teams meet up so early. Huh?
Why is that?
No, I think Foundation they have to have a momentum going first. You understand? They have to have a momentum going first. Then now you will see the real Foundation. Not for the first match. I don't think they played to their fullest. To their fullest against Classic. Although they only lose by what, 28?
That's a huge deficit because they were leading at the halftime interval.
Yes.
They were leading by mere 2. But then the machine chip in, so it's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah. So then Van Davis said them lead by 31 against Hurricane and lost by 5.
Mm-hmm.
So what the rest of the team were doing?
No man, I'm not telling MELLACHE. That's why I'm telling you. I have never. Anytime I'm playing, I play for the team first. Everything else come after. My individual statistics come last when I'm playing.
Yeah, but Professor, but you went in and make some runs, make 40 runs. That's still playing for the team, That's not really an individual thing.
Yes, of course. I've done so because if you perform well individually, and this is if you perform well individually, obviously if all teams
No,
do
but
that
you sound as
likewise.
if you could have done something different to make the team win.
No, what I'm just I'm just peeved by the fact that when if I win by so much, I believe my team should have won. That's how that's how
Which
I
is
feel.
true.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yes.
That's why I don't when I do well against when I do well, like how like I just mentioned, I am utterly disappointed
But
if my
Professor,
team lose.
if you alone leading by 40, that means the team is performing badly, you know,
Yeah, other teams
the rest of the tables.
it went into countdown also, and play 3 games in the countdown, we dropped 2-1. So, but it just couldn't think them. I mean, one of them days. So those are some of the situations that we can tell them. Me lead by 30 and lose same way. 20 and then lose. Me know, me I say. I tell you,
No,
and me I
Professor,
take out
some cricket
take out
score them score there,
quality
no,
team.
Professor. You're a batsman, man. You're a batsman, Professor. Some cricket score them score there, no,
Yeah, what as I
Professor.
said, me not impressed with that. Me still not feel good. Me
Oh,
have
yeah?
no man,
You
we
think you could
can't
have
get
done
so
better
impressed.
same way?
No, me just mean so me disappointed. Say the team just couldn't come through with me as with a few more games. So that is what these are things do happen. A lot of persons have the same opportunity. A lot of persons can say what I just said, then do well and so forth. And that is why if you look at in order for a person to be outstanding, he has to be in a good team. Enough people don't realize that.
Yes,
It
the team has to be behind you too.
yes, because if you do well in a team that is mediocre, you'll find that your performance doesn't even count. It is instantly you want to be. There are interest from other um parties, whatever sport you're in, and that is why they always take the best player from a particular club that who don't see who see players as outstanding and are not going in here with that club. And if you look in all sports, that is how it goes. So even if you're doing well as an individual and the team is not doing well, it kind of deflates you. And that is why you have to have a mental toughness. And
But
other persons
Professor,
can do that.
to be honest, I get question about that before, Professor.
Say what?
About a person who play in a league
Mm-hmm.
and the person going for the player of the week. I was a captain. I person going for player of the week, but true, I'm thinking team. I'm not really thinking about a one person. I'm thinking
Oh,
team. You understand? And the person is going for a player of the week, and I pull that person from out of the ring. I must be a cousin. So
yeah,
I'm gonna pull the person
because
out, just for the team to do better, You understand? And that person is just thinking about themselves.
and
And
it's kind of it's astonishing because they are only thinking for themselves, and which is nothing is wrong because if you do well for yourself, it obviously will help the team. If everybody thinks like that and doing well, the team will come chumps. I never ever even I don't play for man of the match. I have never for you see me sit down, me not play for man of the match. Okay, when me can win, even for me I lead by the highest in the aggregate score in the game on both teams. I still don't go for the match. If it happens, it happens. But I just play for team. That's the most important. That's why when I involve in games, the games usually make a change. Because I just don't I just play a team. I analyze all the game is it and make me adjustment. That's all I do. And that is why anytime I involve in games, there's a difference personally as a player. So even if I can just lead by 1 in a situation, we make the team win. We just don't do it if it's what it requires. But a lot of persons don't look on that, and that is not an indictment on players who want to do well and feel that they should have an opportunity to do more, like a case that you just mentioned. But selflessness have to come out of that realm to allow the team to do better, because it in the long run, if a team doesn't do well, you also your performance, your magnificent performances won't would be count to nil. And I think in the long run, that's what enough people look at and say, is after the competition or so, or the post-mortem of the game, they would say, boy, I wish my team win. I wish I made it a team win more than made it my individual scores were high. But it just most times it's after the game persons look at it like that. In hindsight, most persons look at it. But if you're a team player, if a lot of persons play for a team, that will probably be more significant, more than individualistic, especially in team sports.
Yes, Donovan Davis. He was win about maybe 3 sets, 2 to 3 sets, and lose the 4th one. But I must say I shouldn't pull him. What I'm gonna pull him and put in 2 fresh person. You understand? Those persons who I put in, they did well. You understand? But through me pull him, I say I should have give him a draw class. I shouldn't pull him because he might go for player of the week. You understand? So I'm start complaining and say I shouldn't pull him and start cuts and all those stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he did end up win about 2 to 3 sets before I did pull him.
Yeah, because sometimes even as much as you win 2 to 3 sets, if you see the situation where you have to
I'm tired.
Well,
You understand? Because you as a captain can say a lot of players are not gonna come out and say them tired, you know. You outside can say, all right, look like him tired, you know.
No, well, you have to what you have to do in order to
call them and ask them.
Yes, they might, and as I said, they might not tell you that. But you have to know your players. You have to know when a person is tired, because tired is relative, you know. What I mean by a tired, you don't have such more time to determine if a person is tired, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you have to ask. And if they are honest with you, whether or not, because some people you can't know when persons are doing well, you know, who are probably even tired and still want to do well. That's the next thing again, you know. And you have some persons who are with temperament to look lethargic and still do well. And there are very few persons in the game can do that. Very few persons. A player like, for argument's sake, who often play right through a lot of the games. Enough time, like Michael. More times he looks lethargic, you know. But guess what? Him still making a difference. Even if he's involved in the game, he might not be lead by a large margin.
MJ, well trained, you know, Professor.
Exactly.
Well trained.
Yeah, but for me, that's why I tell you, say, I have the same temperament too. I can play as long as possible. It doesn't matter. Me in games when I play like over a dozen games straight, right through and I'll come out. So me understand those situations, but it's not easy. The temperament have to write. For me now, I don't know if I can. I haven't been doing it that late in the last about 3 seasons or so. I can play for a long period, and it's not easy because a lot of persons cannot do that. Even some of the elite players, they don't have that temperament to play for that long period consistently too.
Okay. All right, my viewers. Going to the prediction part of it. Please remember to send in your prediction. And I have to mention Bobby Six. I think Bobby Six won last week. So Bobby Six got all 9 correct. So I've got to send him his
I first,
credit.
I first time in past 6.
Got all 9 correct. So I'm wondering must have meeting or something. I wonder how he's not on tonight.
Yeah, it's that meeting, boss. I think.
Okay. Yeah, but I get to understand the majority of clubs have the meeting on a Thursday, Professor.
Yes, I have meeting on today too. So
It
let's
look
say we
like we have
can,
got change it from a Thursday to maybe a Wednesday or something.
let's expedite the position so we can go to the meeting too, sir.
What this is a big meeting here at Professor. This is
Oh,
a
and
worldwide meeting.
yeah, I have a big meet, but I have a bigger one.
Yes. There's my viewers and subscribers. Just remember, if you don't subscribe as yet, you need to subscribe. Please. So that whenever time I'm on, like on a Thursday, I don't have to send out the link in any group for you to know. It will just pop up on your phone. It will just come up on your phone that I'm on. So you need to subscribe and you need to click like on the videos. My people, please click like. Yes.
But
So
Sandra
that
saying that a Bobby alone can correctional to win.
oh okay. Okay. But that's not really an upset though, Professor, because both teams are like they're on the same level.
Yeah, as
Uh,
I said,
or
it's
maybe Masterpiece have a little edge.
no, but I said earlier, this is usually a rivalry game. You know, anytime two of them both teams meet, they always want to have something against each other. So it's always a ding dong backer. It's usually masterpiece. This would probably I call a good derby sort of situation. You know, so because I would have them as
Sandra,
hard
you
friends
need to send in your prediction now, Sandra. Send in your prediction.
and care correctional this time.
Well, we're going to know. We're going to do some prediction now, so we're going to know who correctional playing.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Yes, but you want to give the standing so far, Professor, on the aggregate?
Well, out front is Source up on 4 point. 4 points for the win. They have an aggregate score of 54, the highest for the first game. Classic, Caribbean Classic plus 28. Right Stuff, all these are winners. Plus 26. Bull Bay plus 20. Central plus 15. Correctional plus 9. Links plus 9. Nagued plus 7. Ford plus 1. From 1 to 9, these are the teams that are in 1 to 9. So Soursop Classic, Right Stuff, Bull Bay, Central, Correctional, Links, Nagued, and Fort in that order. Now the 10th team is Pacific Fort -1. These teams are the teams that lost. Pacific Fort with 1, Cherry Garden with 1.2, 7 -7, Masterpiece 1 point -9, Land Raiders 1 point -9, Mechanical -3. Don't have so these teams are from 14 to 18 are without points. So it's Mechanical with the least the -15, Vivid Link -20, Mermelin -26, Foundation -28, and Rooftop -54. So those complete the standings in the 18-team competition.
Yes. So remember sending your prediction, people. Yes, and I said before, please click like on the video. Don't make any sense. You have 200, 300 people watching, even over 100 people watching the program. I will have 10 likes, 12 likes. Understand? And I know a lot of you really enjoy the program at week time. So please show your appreciation. Click like on the video. All right, Professor. So let us move on into the prediction section now. First matchup, we have Fletcher's Land versus Mechanical. What do you have to say about that match?
Why it couldn't come at an earlier stage, but sometimes a win in a practice game is probably like a shining object, and then after it becomes a dim light. And the victory in the practice game probably would believe Landry now have a good chance of beating uh, Mechanical. But Mechanical will have to get their ducks in order now. And I would just go for a Mechanical win here in this encounter. And Land Raiders will still put up a good fight in this encounter. They will not, I believe they will not win. So I carry Mechanical in this encounter going forward for their first victory of the season.
Okay. All right. Although Fletcher's Land beat them in the practice match.
Mm.
All right. Looking at it though, the future match is what? Bull Bay versus Right Stuff. That will be the future match for this Sunday coming.
Yeah.
Yes, Bull Bay
Yes,
versus Right Stuff. Good match, that Professor.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Rooftop. No, hold on a minute. Yes, Rooftop versus Fort International.
With Fort now probably getting a few players that participate in the Western League final, they should believe now that they can contest for this title. And as far as I'm seeing it, they will be going for their second win, which I believe which I know they will. Ooh, I wouldn't want to say no. They will get another 4 points. They will get another 4 points, and I don't think it will be much as close as Passage Ford game, but they will get another 4 points. So we number 2 on the cards for Fort International.
Okay, so what the margin will be like here?
But it's hard for me to see them getting less than about 20, 25, not less than that, much more.
Okay. All right. Moving on, Memory Lane versus Nagahead.
Last time.
Who Memory Lane? There should be some Memory Lane they beat the last time.
They beat Nagahead the last time.
It was Nagahead.
Yeah, they beat Nagahead. And it's same venue again?
Memory Lane venue this.
Yes.
I think same venue.
Well, based on how Nagahead is playing now, I don't think the Lightning will strike the same place twice. So I would go for a Nagahead victory here.
Okay. Tommy, where's the Tommy? You bring that Memory Lane? Where is Tommy? Oh, she's on now. You call her name.
Yeah.
Oh, I want Memory Lane to win by last time.
Yeah.
Western Kingston, big up Western Kingston, say a 40 Rooftop again, Professor.
Yeah, man. I tell you, I'm supposed to know that. Him alone can't take a 40 there, no. Him alone 40 that, man. You know the rest of the team now go play then. Him alone can't play this.
I thought Western Kingston will play too. Maybe more say why. It don't make no sense. You understand?
Yeah. You can do it now. You can try that now.
All right. So when you call Nagahead in there, you call Tommy name, Professor. So is it Tommy?
Yes,
Tommy Shubo same time. Why hear what you're saying? So Now go ahead, winning by how much here, Professor? How much you think?
Probably about 20.
I remember Memory Lane beat them last time, you know.
Yeah, man, about 20 they might win by now.
About 20.
Mm.
Okay. All right. We have Correctional versus Village Links.
Correctional versus Village Link. By the look of things, I would give Village Link in this case. It will be a very good matchup though. Competitive in terms of competitiveness. I think I just seen this game swinging from to and fro with the lead until Village Link probably prevail in this encounter. But I expect a good matchup as usual. I'm just carrying this game based on what I think Village Link has to offer, and just by the scores in the against Bullby, and if they have the same team that they had last year, uh, I see them as victors in this game.
Okay. All right. Central versus Masterpiece.
Masterpiece coming off a victory. Both teams coming off wins. Central with the sort of form they have with acquisition of new players. I see them as the team that will come out winners in this game. I just believe Masterpiece will there somewhere thereabouts and just probably give them a little scare. But eventually, I think Central should get this one done.
Okay. All right. Another feature match. Passage Fort versus Links. Boy, I want a tough Professor.
No, it's easy. Fast Food has never beaten Links,
Yes.
and it's hard for me now to see them doing that. They will definitely give Links some a run for their money. But eventually Links will just prevail. And I stand by Links do well against the teams that they know they should beat. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Chergon versus Classic.
This
Caribbean
game,
best. Caribbean best is at Classic now, you know, Professor.
yeah.
I'm
So
playing against his former team.
he will now believe that with at Cherrigan he wasn't getting enough playing time, and it's good now to exact some revenge and them showing that he's at a more elite club, and we just want to prove something. And I do believe he will be playing this encounter. So let's see what a Caribbean Classic victory here. I don't believe it will be easy though, but eventually I think just that sort of chemistry what Classic has with with those core players, it just prevail in the end. Will definitely prevail.
Okay. So it's a classic win.
Mm.
All right. Foundation versus WhatsApp.
This game is going to be a good matchup. The Southside team don't have the sort of strength in terms of what they in this encounter going up against Foundation. But they definitely will seems like a team that they whatever aggregation they have, they will do well. And I think because of they know Seeds probably have a winning mentality, they just don't want to do well. And I will give them the edge in this encounter. Foundation, is, however, did play Classic very well in their last game and even led at the halftime break. But they will just they will be competitive, and it's still going to be a competitive game. But Source Up will definitely have the better of a Foundation in the end.
Okay. So they're saying it's a source up win.
Yes,
All right. How competitive this match would be?
I think I think probably this game, by looking at it, and it will be a game where it's going to be a ding dong affair until Source Up eventually use the know-how to win
One
this
thing I
one.
know about these two teams, Professor, Foundation and source up, and they have cheers, Professor. They have a lot of cheers because Foundation have some cheers and source up have a lot of cheers. So let's see who will win the cheering on Sunday also.
And probably in about close to a good what over half a dozen meetings, I think it's only one time Foundation has won so far. So let's see how this turns out.
But last Portmore League, Foundation didn't beat source up.
I think that was I think so. That was only victory I believe Foundation has over Source Up so far.
Okay. I hear Mr. Bird say you just lose, Professor. So if you were in contesting for the credit, you just lose.
Eh? My mind.
Yes. So all right, let's see the performance of Source Up this season. Huh? Let us
Yeah,
see.
it's there to see, you know.
Yes. All right, moving on to the feature match. Bull Bay versus Right Stuff. Big matchup that.
This is usually a matchup that goes.
But first of all, where's Bull Bay headquarters? Same place as Cookies?
Yes, I believe that is where they are using. And
Okay.
uh,
So
wow,
what you have to say about that match? Bull Bay, Right Stuff.
usually a matchup that it is very. This is usually a matchup that's very hard to call, and it's so
Yes.
unpredictable because this usually hear what this encounter does. It can go either way because they are good. They are usually have a good set of players. Now, here what is usually very unpredictable with these teams. They can just lose by some huge margin that you never expect. Sometimes you expect a competitive game, and then one team just blow the next team. And I think that is where we have a problem with this encounter over the years. But definitely by looking at things, whoa, whoa, it's hard. I haven't seen the two teams yet, and so forth. Bullbear might be. I would I would just give Bullbear the edge based on the fact that the last coming off the last JDCA league, Bullbear finished third in the competition, probably and probably never expected to probably reach that far. And then yeah, well, probably expected to reach a semi-final. Then there is the flop on the other side with Rise of who expected to be in the final. Never made it past the top yet. So I would just
Right
go
Stuff. Did
for
Right Stuff beat Bull Bay the last time?
yes. Yeah,
By how
right.
much points?
I don't remember as we speak, but somebody can remind me. I don't remember as we speak. But I know that the time before this Rise Up did blow away Bull Bay after Bull Bay did beat them in the last town league. So let's see how this matchup.
I think it was about 50 or 48 or something like that, you know. They both they give each other a similar beating.
Yes, it was a high aggregate beat. I think so. Let's see what transpired.
Okay, so you're calling Bull Bay for this one.
Yeah, I just call him Bullway for that. Just based on
Siebert, you hear that,
yeah,
Miss Siebert? You hear that? So, Professor, maybe you lose again.
no man, we lose one time, we can't lose 2 times.
You lose, yes. You lose with Sowasapan Foundation. I know you lose with Right Stuff and Bull Bay. But Miss Siebert not addressing you. She address you with Sowasapan and Foundation, so you lose. She not addressing you know, with Right Stuff and Bull Bay. Him lose again, Missy Bert. Although him say him can't lose 2 straight. Yes, Kevin Morris. Big up yourself, Kevin Morris. Big up. Kevin Morris sending his prediction. Yes. So, Fruity Dancer. So Domino play upon the day, Professor.
Well, enough things
Garden Classic.
When it's a similar saying, you know, when you're playing in the, like a football, they say the ball is round.
Yes.
But we never see a square ball. But we never see a square ball. So,
all right, my viewers. It was a short night, but we have come to the end of another exciting program. And Professor, you have anything you have to say about the Western League?
no, I should probably. We haven't done anything on it.
Yeah, the finals.
Final was a very good final. And
okay, what Archive? It was what Archive versus who? D side?
No man, it was D side versus
Strike Force.
And D side did prevail in the long run. Both wanted a point and it went down to the wire where D side did took that game. It was a good contest because D side was leading by a huge margin and eventually pegged back and gave some look into Strike Force, who were, because I think these side did win last year, if my memory serves me, and then they beat Strike Force in the final. So it's like 2 consecutive finals now. This side has over Strike Force, so
okay,
they are now building a good rivalry.
Okay, all right. Last night we had, they had the Christmas Community League, the winners Christmas Community League finals with High Quality versus One Blood. But I left before that match was finished, Professor. I want remember who won? Western Kingston. Who win last night?
But
I didn't end up leave at when halftime started. The match was too long, man. It was too long. So, like I said, majority code players were playing at that finals. mental league final. And I think tomorrow is the business house final. I think same place at Mystic. Yes, the business house finals tomorrow. So I think it's Covenant. I think it's Covenant versus Ministry of Education.
Okay.
Yes, at Mystic tomorrow.
Business house?
Yeah, business house finals.
Yeah.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think the business house played better than the community finals. And in the business house, they are more stricter. They're very strict.
All right.
The business house. All right, so we have come to the end of another program, a great program.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you viewers for participating as usual. And big up my analyst professor as usual. Yes. And every week I have to mention my cookout coming down.
In the wagon.
Coming down. It's January 24th, Professor. January 24th. So get your company to gear up to buy some tickets. Yes, I can come with some good music from Billy Slaughter, man.
You have lobster tail.
Some good music. Well, you're a lobster man. Maybe I'm gonna get some lobster tail, you know.
Yeah, we get some lobster tail.
We'll get some lobster tail. Where's the Tommy?
Yeah.
Yes.
And roast rabbit and vegetable, something like that.
Roast rabbit. Might you lose again, you know, Professor. Might you lose again. All right, my viewers. Thanks for viewing. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.